Hello and welcome to a quick video about graphing inequalities. Now when we're graphing inequalities, what we want to do is draw the lines like we normally would. So for example here, I'm going to draw the line y equals -4. Because it's greater than or equal to, I'm going to do a whole solid line. We'll look at the difference between the greater than or equal to or just greater than. Now I know it says shade the region that does satisfy everything. But for now, I'm going to colour in the bit that I don't want to have. Honestly, it's much easier to colour in the bit you don't want, at least to start with. So here, I'm going to draw the line x equals 2. Now because this is less than 2, it's a dotted line. We do a solid line for or equal to, and a dotted line if it's just less than or greater than. So I want the places where x is less than 2. So if I think about this point here, for example, the x value is less than 2. If I think about this point, the x value is less than 2. But over here, the x value is greater than 2. So I want the places where it's less than 2. So I'm going to get rid of the bits at the moment that I don't want to have. And then for this final part of it here, I'm going to draw the line y equals 2x plus 1. So if you remember, that goes through 1, gradient of 2, and it's again a dotted line because it's just less than, not less than or equal to. And again, I'm going to colour in the bit that I don't want to have. Now I'm colouring in that side. I'm colouring above the line because they're the places where y is bigger than 2x plus 1. I want the places where y is less than 2x plus 1. So that shows me the bit that I'm interested in, the bit that I want, the bit that's going to answer this question. It's like this triangle in the middle. So what I'm now going to do, because the question says shade the bit I want, I'm going to colour in this bit, and it'll be obvious to the examiner. This is the bit that I want to have because it's fully shaded in, whereas the other parts I just have lines on them. If you colour in the bit you want, if you shade in the bit you want rather than the bit you don't want to have initially, what you'd be looking for are the places where it's coloured in with all the 3 different types of line, and it's just much easier to spot the place where it's empty and then colour in the empty bit, rather than look for the bit that's got 3 lots of colouring in on. Now we can do this with quadratics as well. We'll go through the same process before. I'm going to draw the line y equals 3, and it's a dotted line because it's just less than. So I want the place where it's less than, so I'm just going to shade in this part up here. Now here I want to draw y equals 2x plus 1. So we go through 1, a gradient of 2, and this time it's going to be a solid line because it's less than or equal to. So I'm interested in the place where y is less than or equal to 2x plus 1, and that's going to be below the line. So I'm going to just shade in this bit up here to get rid of it out of the way. And I also want to have the places where y is greater than 2x squared minus 3. So I'll draw y equals 2x squared minus 3. Remember, this will come out as a nice curve. So 0 squared minus 3 is minus 3. 1 squared is 1 times 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 2 squared is 4 times 2 minus 3 is 3. And it will be mirrored on the other side. And we're going to get a nice curve, and it's a solid line because it's greater than or equal to, and it's quite steep because it's 2x squared. I'm interested in the part where y is bigger than the line, so I'm going to get rid of the part below the line, and that leaves me with this funny shape bit in here, and this time it just wants me to label it, so I'm going to call it R. So the examiner would know which part I'm interested in. I hope that helps. Thanks very much.